Welcome back, everybody, to Dan Has Fun with me, Daniel. This time around, I think we're going to do the Sensei mission. A peace offering, what does Black Hole really want? This is going to be like one of the few times I don't completely skip the text, because some of this is actually kind of funny. So, Black Hole is offering a peace treaty, apparently. And, Kanbei being honorable and naive, it's like, oh, it's clearly because of how well we've been doing in battle. And Sonya, as is typical, thinks it's a trap. But Kanbei wants to hear the proposal regardless, it's just what he does. And again says it's not the way of the samurai to not check what was proposed. So, still thinks it's a trap. Sensei's confused, he thinks there's someone over there. Kind of looks like Ada. Says he came as promised. What's the plan? And then a countdown happens. And a kablooey. Beautiful. So, yeah. It was a trap. What a surprise, everybody. Never would have seen that coming. But yeah, somehow their explosion didn't kill anybody by the looks of it. But, yeah. Does lead to a pretty interesting mission. And it's going to be Foul Play, mission number 13. And we're going to ignore that, but we don't need that bit of text. We know it's funny. They're like, oh, we moved to this arbitrary location, but because the only way COs interact in this game with one another is in the text screens, top and bottom, it just looks like, where did they go? Who knows? And then he just, has a makeshift lookalike blow up. It's very weird. Advance Wars plot is never really one of its strong suits. Anyway, this mission's pretty wild. So, this map, first of all, is huge. This is a really big map. Especially for this stage of the game. Later on, there's certainly bigger ones, but this is a pretty big map. So, what do we do? So, you'll notice, bottom left corner, we have a lot of bombers, we have some battlecopters, obviously the Sensei specialty unit, effectively. And some infantry. And we have some air defense, but not a ton over here. Meanwhile, our headquarters has a problem. We have 3 units. Sensei's bad at using all 3 of these. And he has a lot. It's a lot of units. And he has 3 cannons as well. He has no headquarters on this map, so the way to defeat this map is to take out these 3 cannons. They're the standard type of cannon you would have seen, far earlier on in Orange Star, and theoretically Blue Moon if we'd done it first. He has a base. He does pump some stuff out, but that's really not the big issue. The big issue here is he has a Neo tank, 4 medium tanks, rockets, artillery, tanks, mechs, everything. And we have not a lot. This is not a lot going on here. So, what do we do then? There's not really much you can do on this part of the map. I just like to put the tanks on the cities, put the artillery somewhere nearby that's not going to get hit by mechs jumping through the middle of the map. And really, this is just about kind of survival. Really, that's it. However, it is a very good idea, even though Sensei sucks at using them, to get an artillery here, because there are pipe scenes here. So these guys, not very useful down here, but if we can get them up, he only has a couple of anti-air units. So that's going to be the main plan. Unfortunately, Sensei bombers are actually no better than normal. They are of standard strength. So there's not a huge amount going on there. We're going to definitely be taking at least a couple up there off the bat. We'll probably be using a couple just to kind of, hit them around a bit. But this is another thing about this map that's interesting. You're facing Ada. Ada's power and superpower are all about increasing movement. You don't really want him to move down here super quickly, because you're going to get wrecked before your bombers can get through. So you actually want to be quite picky about what you take. And there's no point going for any of this stuff down here. Really no point whatsoever. But we are definitely going to load our transport copters. And we're, practically speaking, we're just going to fly around with them and annoy the AI. Is really what it boils down to. The battlecopters are going to come up here as well. I just want to try and spread out the AI. The AI being the AI loves to attack transport copters because they can't attack back, right? Because the AI likes to bully them. I haven't mentioned it yet, but notice how these 5 cities are yellow. That will be very helpful later. Do you want to buy a unit here? Artillery is 6, not 5. Not really. I might just get a mech arbitrarily just to say we did. And then this is going to take quite a long time. This will definitely be a map where, if it really starts to hang, we'll turn animations off, at least for battle. We'll see how it goes. We'll play it by ear. Last episode got somewhere in the late 20s, I think, which is pretty good. This will probably go longer than that. But yeah, needless to say, his turns take a while, even without animations, because there's just so much room to move. But yeah, as is typical, most of his units start moving to the left. So that's why I like to put the medium tank on the left. The anti-air is pretty quick, though, so we do want to put the tank there. I'm not even going to move this artillery for now. Actually, no, I tell a lie. I'm going to put it here. This mech's going to come up here, though. I'm going to build another artillery. And another mech. Because the mech will just kind of get in the middle here and get in the way and slow them down. Whereas the artilleries are going to start shooting on this pipe seam. Because here's the problem with being a Sensei character. Because his bombers aren't stronger than normal, he can't one-shot pipe seams. He does 95%, which is good. But it means an extra turn. I shouldn't have done that, because it uses fuel. But that's obviously not ideal. What is ideal, though, is that he decided that what he was going to do was put his anti-air right in the range of my bomber. And again, because I don't have a strength bonus, I can't one-shot these, but now it's useless. And even though we don't need any of this stuff over here, I'm just going to start capturing that just because I can. And again, I'm just going to bring the other transport copters over here to try and distract the enemy. Meanwhile, we might as well start hitting these things, just to get them out of the way. It's a balancing act, because we don't want Adder to use his superpower super early, but we still need to get the CO bar up a bit, because we want to use ours. And just for context, even a superpowered battlecopter only does 37. I'm going to let it do it, it's going to be a 2-shot anyway. But that's just something worth knowing. You don't need all of the bombers to go up there, and it's going to take some time for them to break through this anyway, so I'm going to try and get as many of these units to come over here, hit them all once with the bomber, and then run away. But our battlecopters are so strong, I'm just going to throw it out there and see if anybody, other than an anti-air, obviously, wants to take a go at it. Because, yeah, his anti-air cannot reach me. If he uses his superpower, it would, but, yeah, it's not going to happen this turn. So we're going to do that a little bit. We're going to annoy him somewhat. I'm just going to build a random infantry and capture these just because I can. This guy is not going to go into that fight, so I want to start breaking through pipe seams. And end turn. Here they come. So many units is a crazy number. I would like to take that mech out in the bottom right corner if we can, by the way. That's weirdly one of the highest priorities, despite all the other stuff available. Because I don't want him to get over to this silo. Alright. So you're going to start there, you're going to start there. I can start moving these over here, there's really no concerns. And I'm just going to leave that no, I said telephone copter, that's what I meant to say. Let's put that T-copter there. The old telephone copter. Oh, dear, dear. Apparently I'm sleep deprived or something, or just an idiot. So now we want to start chipping away at these. They'll both be knockout in one shot now. Get that through. We're going to use one of our bombers to impale this anti-air. I'm going to use the one that's already taken chip damage. That's awesome. And then beyond that, how many bombers do we really want up here? Probably 3. Just going to do that for chip damage. That'll do that. Just gives us more avenues to get through, so it's a bit quicker. We're going to use this bomber for sure on this medium tank. Beautiful. And really beyond that, this medium tank I don't really care about, because it's going to get distracted dealing with my infantry completely unnecessarily. He's not a big deal. I would like to get... Is it really a priority to get up here with those units? Not really. Nice jump cut there due to a sneeze. Alright. So beyond that... What else do we even want to do? I guess we'll take out that anti-air. Just so it can't run and heal. And I do want to, as weird as it seems, attack and take out that mech with his battle copter as a one-shot, which is crazy. So now we don't have to worry about it retreating up here and trying to use that silo. He doesn't have his superpower yet either, so that's good to know. I'm tempted to throw a mech there, but then he's just going to kill it anyway. He's probably going to go and take this infantry out, which again, like I said, don't care. So that's fine. Beyond that, how much damage does a mech do against against a regular tank? Actually, more than his medium tank does. That should put into perspective how bad his use of medium tanks are. Luckily, his defense isn't impacted, though. But just in case he uses his regular power, I'm not going to move that mech forward. I'm just going to move it sideways. I am going to hit that. I'm hoping if I don't actually attack it with my tank, he might just keep it there and not retreat. That's the hope. And that will slow everything down, and it'll take him longer to get his rockets over here. And that'll be a big benefit to us. I don't really know what else we need to build, though. I don't think I need to build anything. Unless I want to put something down here to distract him, but I really don't care. Don't think we need to. And he still doesn't have his superpower, right? Nope. Okay, perfect. We're not going to attack him at all. Yeah, they're going to go after that infantry just because they can reach it. And his medium tank is running away, which is fine. His other medium tank, the healthy one, yep, it's just going to take out the rest of that infantry, as we expected, right? Now, we do have to be careful, like, his next turn he's going to get his movement bonus. And it's pretty much unavoidable. So, we can go on the attack here. Left-hand side, none of the rockets are over here. So we can attack pretty safely. And just so that he has distraction, I guess, I'm going to put that mech on the mountain. I'm not going to put this mech on the mountain, though, because it'll get shot by that artillery, so we're just going to take out this tank. There's no zone of control in Advance Wars. So it's not like, hey, they lose all their movement if they try and move adjacent to me. There's none of that. Might as well. Yeah, it might have done like 2% damage to that medium tank, but that's fine. Do I? So we... Nope, we still don't have to move. So we're going to attack the tank now because we want the anti-air to stay and be the blockage. We want that to be the cork in the bottle. The infantry now, with a +2 movement, could get over and hit my artillery, but it's going to do crumbs of damage, so we don't really care. So this is when we get the push moment. So that does 40, which means this battle copter will wipe out the rest of this pipe. This is on 59, so one bomber alone can do that. And now we can start running through. You really don't need an airport over here. You might get an APC, but that's really about it. But I am going to potentially take this unit next to him. It's not really a huge priority. I'm just going to get a regular infantry anyway, just so there's something there. Going to put that here so that if the infantry comes over, it's going to get hit by something. This actually would have been an opportunity to see a Neo tank if we'd done the lab mission first, because this is one of the few maps where you can actually afford to build one. But we decided not to. Because Sensei's vehicles are pretty poor, sometimes I'm indecisive about even whether I want to build a medium tank or anything like that or not. But I guess we might as well, because it's going to be a while before we get another bomber, so we'll do that. These two units over here are irrelevant at this point, so we're fine there. We don't have to go up here with our air units, so that's fine. We're just going to wander over here. We have to be careful so we don't get hit by the missile. So that'll be fine. I am going to use the battle copter, though, just to take out this medium tank, so I don't want to go back and heal. Not interested in having that heal. I assume at this point he now has a superpower. Yeah, he does. Okay. So I'm just going to start running this up as well. Might as well take that pipe out just because I can. And then beyond that, I guess I'm going to start just moving units back. I might as well take this out just, you know, just to help with the power ranking more than anything else, right? And then we're just going to put this over here so you can try and tempt the tank to come over. There we go. Alright, do we want to attack anything else this turn? No. Alright, so we're going to end turn. He's going to use the superpower. This turn's going to hurt. Like, this will probably be the worst turn in this mission for us. So let's see how bad it is. This is just what happens on this mission, though. Like, Sensei gets a pommeling. Then we should hopefully have access to our superpower next turn. And then, fingers crossed, the whole mission turns on its head. Notice that pause? That's the AI trying to work out what on earth it's meant to do. Because there's a lot going on. Yeah, and he's going to be distracted by the incredibly low-value infantry to attack. Just what the AI does. So he'll take out that infantry even though that's the least important unit for it to be attacking. Well, it's actually going to go and attack my infantry and not that T-Copter. Doesn't matter. I said that infantry's done all it needs to do. We've distracted. Yep, there we go. And then we're just going to put that infantry in that T-Copter and graciously fly away. But lovely, due to the order, that mech nearly moved last, and then the medium tank wouldn't have come to attack me, which we're going to get, but... Not a lot of damage there, mountain on mountain combat. the fact that mechs can get, 40% defense is very, very helpful indeed. And we said this was going to happen. It's fine. It's just chip damage. Honestly, the artillery next turn might get pounded by rockets anyway, because his rockets will have enough movement now with 7 to be able to move 3 tiles on planes. So they're going to be in the danger zone anyway. And then our medium tank's probably gone here. Yep. They're almost as strong as Neo tanks. There's not a huge difference. Okay. That's a pretty standard get wrecked turn. So what we want to do now is obviously use our superpower, but we want to be a bit clever about it before we start doing things. So the first thing we want to do is move this guy out of the way. How far depends on how we're feeling. But that's such a bad number. He's so bad with tanks. So bad. The problem is this rocket. This rocket's going to clout everything. I can't break through 2 medium tanks this turn. It's just not going to happen. So I might just run it all back. And then we'll just push the next turn once our superpower's been used. It's definitely worth using it this turn anyway. But I do want to move this unit first. This is the only unit I need to move before we use our power. I'm just trying to think where. And I think I'm just going to attack that even though it's not going to kill that mech. Oh, it did. I got lucky. Hooray! I got a good luck roll. Okay. Nobody else should have to move before I pull the trigger on this. I don't think we got to see Sensei's superpower on the first mission, so you get to see how good this is. So, Airborne Assault. On this map, it was built for it. So every city that you own that doesn't have a unit on it spawns a 9 hit point mech. And his copters just go to just plain ridiculous level. So like a 70 or 80% bonus. It's mad. So our first priority here is to take out this rocket. And yes, one of our mechs is going to get clubbed by that tank, but there's not much we can really do about that. We don't really care about the missile. There we go. Just because we're going to have a lot of combat potentially this turn, I'm going to change the visuals. I like visual B, usually. We're going to go to no visual for now. We'll go back afterwards. Just going to put that there so we can heal that 1 hit point. Do that. There is a rocket down here, but you don't really have to worry about it too much. That's safe to do that. That's safe to do that. And we're just going to attack the missile anyway. And then these guys are just going to see you later. We might as well attack this artillery. That's not going to get there in time. That's a lot of... That's nearly a one-shot. That's amazing. Beyond that... You still can't take it out. Yeah, you don't get any bonus to your bombers on your superpower, which is a shame. You might as well shoot that, I guess. And then we have to start working out the bomber plays. So... The only anti-air is over here, and it's on 4 hit points, and we are going to kill it. So we don't have to worry about it at all. The only thing we have to do is look after this missile and these cannons. But as long as we don't go above this line, which we can't do this turn anyway, we'll be fine. So, get smacked. You don't really have a good target to hit, so I'm just going to put you here to help shield a bit. Do that. This might as well go over here and just take that out. I wish I had +1 movement on my mech so I could join these together on the mountain, but that's not what we've got going right now. We can actually do chip damage to these guys, but there's really no need to do so. It's just a shame he's on a wood, because it means it does even less damage. So we're not going to. We're just not going to do any of that. We're just going to leave these units here. They will get killed, but it's going to stop him from moving and attacking our other units. We are now going to do that so we can take that out. Do that. This should distract him and have the rockets hopefully attack this guy anyway. So we're going to do that. Take out that tank. We're going to definitely take some hits here, don't get me wrong. Like, these artillery are going to get battered. But then these bombs are just going to come in and rescue everything, in essence. Get the copter in. Get the bomber over there. Get this bomber up and running as well. Because like I said, these two units don't really matter at all. And then, in terms of just building stuff, we're just going to build an APC to make sure our bombers don't run out of juice. I'm thinking he might actually kill me in one hit anyway, but no. And then we're just going to stay in place. Okay. So again, we are going to get clubbed this turn, don't get me wrong. But things are going alright. My drink's run out, hang on. Got another can here just in case. Yep, there we go. They actually focus on the artillery. Interesting. Just left the rocket, you know, rockets do their thing. And that's why I'm surprised they didn't attack my mech, because if they didn't take it out, it's going to be a blockade for them. But yeah, this is actually going pretty well. Pretty well. Anybody that can do this level without losing a single unit, kudos to you, because I don't know how. I'm not saying it's impossible, I just don't have the knowledge. Okay, so he's gone up here. Throw that over. I'll leave that just for now, because I might not go take that rocket out this turn. We are going to start moving towards our other ace in the hole for this. So you noticed a major issue with bombers from Sensei is they don't have a power bonus, so they tend to leave things on like 1 or 2 hit points. Well, this is going to fix that problem. So we're just going to do that, first of all, because that'll really reduce the amount of chip damage he can do with his rockets. And then we're going to go after these guys next. Actually, we're going to do it now, because we don't need this to be on full hit points. Now, this one I don't want to hit myself with by accident. There we go. And now it puts all these units into either one-shot or make useless with one-shot range. And then this time we're just going to hit that rocket. Next turn we'll do that. There's a base and an airport over here, but they're really not that important, because by the time you capture it and you break it down, you build a bomber, you break down this scene, mission's pretty much done anyway. So, at least how I do it, it is. But yeah, that's now a one-shot. That's a one-shot. I might be able to use this tank to take this out. Yeah. Just gotta make sure we don't run into a stupid hit from a missile by accident. That's gone. See how quickly this turns on its head. It is very, very fast. And again, this is just going to be distraction. Actually, going to put that over there. I'd love to go out and start wrecking things up more, but I don't want to get hit by the cannon. I don't want to be stupid. He did build an anti-air. He does build stuff slowly over here, but it's not a big deal. I'm just going to take one of these bombers over here so I can help out next turn. Have this guy fly up. They are going to start running slowly out of fuel, but we don't really care. Just take that out to help with the power ranking. And that's all we really have to do. I'm not even going to bother continuing to build bombers. I don't need to. So what we're actually going to do is just build a rocket. It's not very good at using them, but it just means when these infantry come over, I don't have to waste a turn with my bomber trying to take it out, or a battle copter. I can let the rocket do its thing. Luckily, his superpower only increases his movement by 2, not his range. So he's not like a grit superpower. If it had been a movement by 1 and a range by 1 superpower, I think that would have been a lot more useful. But that's because I'm a turtle at heart, I guess, huh? Yep, there you go. See you later, artillery. It's nice that he's clumping all of his units up over there for a silo attack, isn't it? How very generous of him. There you go. Built an infantry up there, must have pretty much run out of juice then. Beyond that, do we have any silos left? I don't think we do. Not that we'll need them, but... There we are. Do that. Do that. And then, yeah, we can pretty much just do whatever we want down here now at this point. Really, we don't have to move these units whatsoever. Meanwhile, we might as well do that. I'm going to supply them just so I don't forget. I'm going to need another APC over here invariably, so I'm just going to build it now so I don't forget. Thank you. The only thing that's annoying about this is that I can't get to his missile very easily. And I want to make sure I don't get shot here. There we go. And there we go. It's crazy that in quite a lot of situations, his battle copters do as much as his bombers do. It's just mad. And if I wanted to, I could use my superpower again, but I'm going to do that next turn. I don't even need to do it any turn, but I will. This guy has nothing to do, so we're just going to go bully that tank. Okay, so we just want to be careful because he definitely can't use his power next turn because he used his power last turn. So it means it says his movement's 8, but it's not. It's 6. So we what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could go there without any issue. But I'm just going to run this one over here so it can get resupplied. These two will have enough for the rest of this mission, probably. But we're just going to stay in place over here anyway. He might actually run out of ammo, which would be hilarious. Can I tempt a unit to come over here? I'm going to put my tank over and see what happens. If I can get them to spread out now that I fire this, the shot from the silo at them, it'll make it a little bit easier for me. I don't need to build anything else. I'm just going to get a battlecopter there just to say that we did, because that's I think it's what Sensei would do if he was a real guy and not a game character. Tank's trying to run away, that's hilarious. It's like, good luck. Yeah, all their units are just trying to hide. I know we don't get a unit in a few places if we use it this turn, but we're probably going to use it this turn anyway. The superpower just because we can. I mean, why not, right? Yeah, I don't see the reason not to. If anything, we get to hear the cool superpower music again, right? Quite a lot of the early missions, you're lucky if you get to hear it one time, just because your star bar gets increased based on how much gold damage somebody does or how much they take. It's actually double, so that's the balance. So if you take more damage than your opponent, your star bar will build quicker than theirs. So that's the logic, right? Well, yeah, we might as well use it because we can. This missile's going to be out of range. It's actually really annoying. And the way that they put this, the cannon could actually shoot. If we went here to take out this anti-air, we'd get shot by all 3 cannons simultaneously, which would be kind of funny. So it's a frustratingly good position he put that in. Might as well supply that guy up before start as well. Am I even going to be able to shoot that down? No. That's funny. Funny as well. Funny how weak we are. But we're gonna do it. You know, gonna do that anyway. We might as well take that out. I don't care if this cannon shoots this guy really. So if we end up moving it there, it's no big deal. That medium tank might as well take that out. I'm just gonna sacrifice a bomber. I have so many of them. It's really not a big deal. I'm just gonna do that. And then this missile can't hit any unit here or here. So we're just going to take it out like that. And then this bomber can just hide over here. Take this guy pretty much out. And as long as I don't put myself in a really stupid place, I can put it here. And then next turn we should have this in the bag. That's crazy. Nearly 90% damage against a tank with a Copter. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So yeah, and then, you know, another tactic with Sensei, you can join those 9 hit point mechs together and make yourself some extra money if you need to. So it's a very good superpower. Very good. I don't need to build anything, but I'm just going to build some infantry, because again, that's what I think Kanbai Sensei would do in the same situation. Just do that and get in your way. And get shot for absolutely no reason. That's my drink. Really terrified about what he's going to add his +1 movement to here. I think he might have just used it to help his medium tank escape. But no, I really like this mission. I think it's actually pretty cool in its design. It's not just beat things up. You know, there's more nuance that I actually run out of ammo for my battle copter too. I don't need to do any more of their movement. Okay, so let's just take this out. That's going to be enough with damage from a bomber. So see you later. Just because I can, I would imagine that he doesn't like those. And I'm going to change my visuals back to visual C. Want C? I guess it doesn't matter when I'm playing one player, does it? Visual B and C will be effectively the same. So we'll just do that anyway. We have an extra bomber here just in case. See you later. See you later. Delicious. And there we go. I would have laughed if I'd run out of ammo on that last bomber and had to waste another turn, but we don't. Yep, all of the mini cannons have been destroyed. Has there been some type of mistake? You better believe it. You're the computer player. And yes, just Sensei saying he's old, doesn't want to do anything about this, and then he's making a reference to an older game in a Kin franchise about how he was a super-powered, you know, completely overpowered commander in the past, and he's still pretty overpowered now. 300 pointer, beautiful stuff. You deserve your nap. I'm going to probably have one as well. Appreciate you guys watching the video. If you've hung around to the end, really appreciate it, because we're looking at about a 40-minute video here, so appreciate it. You have a wonderful rest of your day. If you want to throw me a like or subscription, you do you. Appreciate it. Take care. Thank you for watching the video.